Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of Chops and Pops. It is December 27th, 2015, and all the sights and sounds to be seen and heard. You are here with us on our YouTube channel. Thank you so very much for listening. I am Andy.
I'm Andrew.
And I am Shane.
Big news of the week, the Slammies. And Sami Zayn's return to NXT. Let's get to it.
Okay.
Man, my announcer voice was on point today.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty on point.
Pretty good.
So there's a lot to talk about with the Slammies.
The Slammies were kind of a big deal this year. Where normally I don't give a hoot or a holler. Some stuff happened.
Yeah, a lot of neat things happened at the Slammies this year. A lot of memorable things. Some returns.
What was your favorite return, Andrew?
What was neat and memorable for you?
Neat and memorable.
Oh, wow.
Byron.
Should we have a Byron section of our show now? Just the oh wow moment.
The oh wow.
The oh wow moment.
What took
Oh,
your
wow.
breath away this past week in wrestling? No. So the most memorable part of it for me, other than the nice Kevin Owens interruption that happened, that was great. The Seth Rollins, without a doubt, him coming back and being on crutches and giving this speech about how he's going to come back and he's going to get the title back that he never lost, makes you think. What's going to happen?
Think about what?
What
What am I thinking
I was
about?
just going to ask the same thing. Think about what?
How's it going to happen is what I'm saying.
Oh, how's he going to
yeah,
return
yeah.
and what will be the circumstances?
And will Reigns be champion when he goes for it again?
Yeah.
These are the days of our lives.
I thought when you said think about it, I thought you meant think about the fact that it's holiday week and he's on crutches, which makes you think of Tiny Tim. But that's where my mind went.
I'm surprised he didn't go that route.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, Seth Rollins came back. What else happened at the Slammies? They parodied the
Steve
Miss
Harvey.
Universe
Oh.
moment.
Oh, it was so great. I mean, I actually just watched the Miss Universe pageant, like the whole thing. I was like, I'll just skip to the end, and then I just started. Steve Harvey's very entertaining. I don't know if you listen. I listen to him in the morning on the radio sometimes.
He does Family Feud, right?
Yeah, he does Family Feud. It's like, what's something like this? Something inappropriate. You can't say that on TV. Check the survey. Oh my God, that's the answer. And he like loses his mind. It's great. Every show is that, and it's great.
I'm not really a Steve Harvey fan. I've never really been into the guy. I mean, but people really made a stink about this whole situation.
I mean, he owned up to it. I mean, he's kind of not like, yeah, no, it was no big. No, he's like, yeah, I did that. I messed up. And he posted on Twitter on on Christmas, Happy Easter.
Right.
So he gets it.
Not to get on the whole conspiracy theory tip,
Uh-oh.
but whenever something gets much attention, do you ever consider the idea that maybe this was pre-planned?
Did any of you know that the Miss Universe pageant was going on this week?
Exactly.
Because I had no idea.
That's sort of my point.
And I just went and watched it.
That's what I mean.
And I got really into it. It was actually very interesting.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Steve Harvey's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
And his job is to host things. Host a Family Feud.
Yeah.
Always, every single moment of his show, reading a card on the Family Feud to read the question and get the answers to the survey. So I don't think he has any difficulty reading a card. Why are we talking about this, though, on a wrestling
Well,
podcast?
because Steve Harvey messed up and he announced Miss Columbia as the winner when it was really Miss Philippines. So he was announcing Diva of the Year, and he announced Paige, and Paige was... Well, R-Truth, not Steve Harvey. That would be cool if Steve Harvey was there. But R-Truth playing the role of Steve Harvey in
or
this
what
situation.
if R-Truth hosted Miss Universe? I think that would make Miss Universe so much more watchable.
What's up?
Yeah, what is up?
But Paige was announced as the winner, and then she was accepting, and then he's like, "Oh no, I messed up. It was actually Nikki. You didn't win."
Which
Who would you guys give it to? Diva of the Year.
Diva of the Year? Well, in the WWE.
yeah, on the main.
Yeah, we're
roster?
not talking about NXT.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I guess
WWE in 2015.
I mean, Nikki Bella was pretty much 2015,
You
so I guess you
yeah.
kind of have
it
to.
was. Yeah.
I can't argue with that, but I would not choose more than maybe 2 or 3 of the main rostered girls right now that didn't start this past year on NXT's roster. I would rather have them any day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Most people would.
But also, in Steve Harvey's defense, those cards, they announced the runner-up first. So he sees that, and he just thought too much. I think that was his mistake. He thought too much. He saw the name and goes, that's who wins, even though it says the first runner-up is.
Yeah, I mean, it says second runner-up, first runner-up, and then, okay, it's not underneath it. It's a little bit down to the right. It's a card. It's a 3x5. Like, come on. Good job. But Kevin Owens canceled Christmas.
What a Grinch.
I mean, obviously, Christmas still happened, but...
Did it?
Yeah,
I
I had Christmas.
I thought the whole world had to buy it.
No.
I know I did.
Mr. Wrestling's reach isn't that far yet.
Not yet.
So what else at the Slammys was intriguing to you guys? To me, it was the steel cage match.
Oh, with the magic
Sheamus
chair.
and Dean Ambrose. Yeah, and the magical chair that Roman Reigns...
Did you see the magical chair,
I did
Andrew?
not see the magical chair.
I knew nothing about it, and then Andy pointed it out to me.
Okay.
Do you want to
So Roman Reigns was coming to the aid.
Right.
And he was going to throw a chair, and he's climbing up the side of the cage, and he has the chair, and he gets about halfway up, and then he chucks the chair over, and it hits the bottom on its side, opens up, and lands on all four legs.
Like, the chair was completely closed and folded when he threw it over the top of the steel cage.
Wow.
And when it hits the ring, it pops back up and just folds out into all fours, standing in the ring. And it was for the spot of Ambrose to grab it and just get steel chair shots. So it was almost such a shame to see Ambrose go over to the chair and actually fold it up and use it. It was like, oh, you should have just... do a drop toe hold for his face to, like, hit it. I don't know.
Really? Magical chair?
It was
Magical
amazing.
chair.
I highly recommend that.
The Slammies create a lot of magical moments, like Vince McMahon singing on stage and dancing to Stand Back. The Slammies are pretty incredible and worth watching.
I remember that was on one of the first shows we did that you mentioned the album that came out.
Oh, Pile Driver. Yeah, that's some great stuff.
That was last Christmas. Or was that the actual record
No, that
store
was
day?
Record Store Day in April. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Anything else, though, for the Slammies?
Santino came back.
He did come back,
He
and
came
I love
back
Santino, and I miss him.
Stole R-Truth's award because he's never won one.
Oh, one thing worth mentioning for the Slammies, now that you say that, because the whole point of R-Truth coming out was Santino claiming that he wasn't really there.
Mm-hmm.
Almost every award they gave out, the person wasn't there. They weren't in attendance, which made it kind of awkward.
They really need to work on that.
Except for one guy, Seth Rollins.
Well,
I mean, Neville was there.
I don't understand why he won.
Fans. He does the flippy dippies. Us seasoned veterans of the sports entertainment world
But breakout
understand Kevin Owens for the beauty that he is. The casual fan watching that is going to be like, wow, that's cool. They'll be like, wow, look at Neville doing those flippy dippies. Very exciting matches. I know my voice doesn't say it, but
You're not putting enough.
I actually really enjoy Neville's matches most of the time. He's very
Neville is
entertaining.
good.
You got to put more emphasis on the flippy dippy.
Some flippy dippies. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, that'd be a great montage.
Breakdown.
So, other big news, Sami Zayn is back.
First.
Is that a song? Oh, I finally caught on to where you were. I had no idea what you were trying to hum.
Yes,
Okay.
Sami Zayn's back.
He's back, and Andy's
Whoa,
humming along.
doing the mouth trumpet.
How'd you think his match was? It was against
Tide Lunger.
Perfect 10.
10.
10.
10.
10. Not
Yeah,
9.
He looked cautious, as he should be.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I mean, you got a lot of the things that you like from Sami Zayn. You got a dive out of the ring.
The
You
suicide
got a-
dive?
Yeah, you got a Blue Thunder Bomb. You know, got a hell of a kick. You got the Exploder Suplex. Like, you got a lot of his bigger like more exciting moves. I mean, you didn't get the diving through the corner tornado DDT thing, which is just super dope fresh every time I
But
see
he
it.
should save that for special moments anyway.
But I mean, you got everything you wanted out of Sami Zayn. He looks bigger to me. I know we've talked about this. His head looks huge.
He shaved his head and he looks different.
Yeah.
Not in the sense that obviously when you change your haircut you're going to look different. That he kind of looks a little bit out of shape, which is understandable for somebody who's been out with an injury. But it looks like Zayn might have just needs to get back into in-ring shape.
He might have just bulked up in the offseason.
He could have.
Like trying to like rehab it, like just trying to build more muscle around it, and he just looks a little bloated right now. So that might just, I think once
he didn't miss a beat in the ring. Like, it has nothing to do with his performance. It's just to the eye he looks different than the way he was when he left.
Oh, Sami Zayn.
Did you see it, Andrew?
I did not.
You missed it.
I missed it. Well, he'll be back.
Oh, you also missed another great moment on NXT.
Oh no.
It was great.
Was it Baron Corbin?
It was Baron Corbin.
I'm very angry.
Good
I missed
guess.
It really was Baron Corbin. That was a superb guess. Baron Corbin, they interviewed him after his match against Apollo, and he was talking about how he considers himself the #1 contender for Finn Balor's title.
Oh, interesting.
So it's coming.
The
It's
reign
almost
of the
time.
lone wolf.
Number 30 entrant at the Royal Rumble, Baron Corbin.
Yikes.
Oh God. Can you imagine that?
Yes, I'm picturing it right
Just
now.
riding out on his motorcycle.
You know, he could come out in a motorcycle, and I'd be okay with that.
I would too.
That would make his gimmick. That would take his gimmick to out of I hate him to okay. That would just be okay.
He's the new Chuck Palumbo.
He could come out on a big wheel.
He could come out on Hot Wheels.
Oh, dude, Hot Wheels these days, they have like little bars you can pull, and you can do like drifting. That's pretty sweet.
That's dangerous.
When I was a kid, I used to have to like chuck my body and hope that the wheel would spin and I wouldn't flip over and die. Good times. I love the early
I
90s.
think we're straying from the point.
Yeah, Baron Corbin. So I guess he's gonna be coming for the title. Wow, wow.
Yeah, but what I don't like, we don't need to believe that Finn Balor even needs to be a demon to beat Baron Corbin.
No, he doesn't have to be a demon to beat Baron Corbin.
He's losing it.
Honestly,
but they do book Corbin strongly, so there's a good chance Corbin could win it. So,
I mean, I didn't think Finn Balor needed to be the demon to beat Joe either, but they booked that really well.
Well, he wasn't really. He just turned into Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
He didn't even go full demon. He was like, "Oh, Samoa Joe.
demon.
Okay, I'll just put on a trench coat. I got this."
I'll go half style for you, Joe. Well, I mean, it is a Finn Balor we've never seen before because it was only like half demon. Whereas like Beast of the East, was that Beast of the East? No, that was one before that.
What?
Where he had like wings. And
I think that was the Tyler Breeze one.
That was the
which
Tyler Breeze one.
before
Yeah.
Beast in the East.
That amazing entrance.
Yeah, that was great.
Now, thinking ahead to Dallas for NXT's pay-per-view, what do you think Finn Balor would actually dress up as? Do you think he would go like full John Wayne and just come in on a horse, like dressed up as a cowboy? Like, cause think, like you think demon-y whenever he comes out, but just picture like hearing Finn Balor's music and just him riding in on a cowboy.
Oh no!
Like, bum, bum,
Oh
bum,
no!
dun,
No!
dun, dun.
In Native American culture, there is a demon called a Wendigo, which is a demon about it's generally attributed to people who perform cannibalism. They are transformed into a Wendigo. It's like an evil spirit, and their body lengthens out, and they have really sharp teeth, and they're like super evil.
For our listeners, spell Wendigo so people can Google search this.
Wendigo. If you played the game Until Dawn recently, you will know because that was actually a major point. Spoiler alert, that's the major monster. Gotcha, that game came out 4 months ago. Deal with it.
Zing.
Yeah, but I could imagine him coming out as like an evil Native American demon and it being completely okay.
You might be looking ahead to this.
Dallas is going to be so great.
It's going to be
Ooh.
special.
I mean, we had a tank last year. I mean, this
know.
year is going to be something.
That's what I mean, is if you could make Rusev's entrance cool,
Legal.
WrestleMania gets pretty good.
That was treason, honestly.
So are we all good? Should we move on? We talked about Zayn.
Yeah,
in
that's
London.
really, I mean, NXT was kind of just some blah. I mean, there was like a backstage segment with Asuka and Emma and Dana, and it was just more like Dana being Dana. Tell me she's gone, Emma. Tell me she's not here. Oh my God.
Not enough.
I can't even do enough.
Yeah.
The voice.
It's
too
don't
much.
have
Dana
to.
Brooke is a pretty fantastic heel because you love to hate her. And Asuka is just fantastic.
I would choose Alexa Bliss first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she had there was a great 4-way tag team match on NXT with
That was
Jason
very
Jordan
good.
and Gable just getting all of the love.
And
Again.
don't forget the hype bros. Come
Got
on, bro.
booed. They got
They
booed.
did get booed.
They ain't hype.
Nobody cares. They ain't
why?
hype.
Not
They
in
ain't
London.
What's
hype.
going on?
They ain't
What about
hype.
Enzo and Cass? What's going on?
I mean, they didn't wrestle. They lost last week.
Yeah, it was the same night as the pay-per-view, so they already had their tag match.
This is
They're
killing
They're
me.
just gonna.
See, Enzo and Big Cass worked, but do you think the hype bros didn't work because they're from America and it was a London crowd?
No, I think it's the magic of Full Sail. Like the reason why like Adam Rose works in Full Sail and like the Ascension is great in Full Sail. The hype bros work in Full Sail because it's that small like yeah get crazy, and then it's like bigger crowd. It's like okay, you're running. Okay.
Truth is I was just trying to set you up for a segue into Andy's America.
I mean, and they also the Vaudevillains pandered really hard to London at that show. I mean, they had Aiden English came out as Sherlock Holmes, and Simon Gotch came out as one of the doctors from Doctor Who, and that's pretty huge in London.
I must have overlooked that.
They
didn't
kept
even
saying that he
notice.
was Watson, even though he was. But he even had the sonic screwdriver. Like he was very clearly a Doctor Who thing. For those of you who don't know, Doctor Who carries a sonic screwdriver. It doesn't look like a screwdriver to me. I don't get it. I tried to watch the show. Not for me. But if it's your thing, cool. Yeah. So, speaking about things of this nature and things like that in America, and it's beautiful.
Good transition.
Yeah, this is great.
Right. This was a pretty big week for us Americans and all of you wonderful, wonderful people who celebrate Christmas. I had a great Christmas. I hope you did too. Santa was really good to me. Though, spoiler alert, he's not real. Sorry, jazz hands. I hope you got all the things that you wanted, and if you didn't get the things that you wanted, I hope you went shopping the day afterwards when everything was 75% off. And isn't that the American way? Really just scooping up those deals and making the most of what we're given? To quote a one Cave Johnson, when life hands you lemons, get mad. Get mad. So, stay classy, and remember, New Year's is coming, so always have a designated driver prepared, because DUIs are no fun. Yes.
You know, Santa is real. All you have to do is believe.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that.
Nope.
We didn't even talk about Bo Dallas as Santa Claus.
He is the real Santa Claus. It's not that old smelly guy at the mall. He accepted an award, too.
Yeah.
On behalf of Sting, was it?
I think he did.
He doesn't,
How does that translate? How does Bo Dallas... Oh, yeah, Sting.
Well, who's more relevant right now?
You know, it's a toss-up.
Anyway, Santa is real. Just gotta believe.
Santino. The WWE Christmas movie last year.
Jingle All the Way too.
Yes.
That fantastic film with
Larry the Cable Guy.
award-winning actor Larry the Cable Guy.
Dude, he is making straight bank.
That guy is
He has
rich.
so many products, and hit. People just love him. Get her done. And he's you know what? That's him.
Yikes.
He's just getting her done.
Getting her done. Well, speaking of Santa Claus, you know what Santa Claus does to the kids on the naughty list?
What does Santa Claus do?
He chops them.
What? He chops them.
They
Does
get
he
a
really?
chop.
Yep.
He chops them?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty big chop.
He hits people. That's Santa Claus's job.
I think that might be the Krampus.
Yeah.
He's like the anti-Santa.
Yeah, the Krampus comes around and chops them. So chops of the week.
Chopping it.
I'll start off.
All right,
Yeah,
Andrew.
Yeah. My chop of the week goes to this this young up and comer in NXT who's slowly taking the heart of Shane, Nia Jax.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do like her.
Oh.
I have no doubt that her ability is going to make her a big star in the WWE, especially as a diva at a good time for divas in the WWE.
But why would you chop her?
Because she claims she works out with The Rock. That's right. I'm calling you out, Nia
But
Jax.
doesn't she?
If by works out you mean shows up and takes pictures in the mirror with The Rock, yes, sure.
I would count that as working out with The Rock. If I was at a gym and The Rock was there, I would take like a selfie with me for like a second.
Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Andrew, if you went to the gym and you worked out and you were getting ready to leave and The Rock shows up and you get to take one photo of the both of you in the mirror posing, you got to work out with The Rock.
I don't know if I would claim that I've worked out with him, because clearly, by the looks of it, I couldn't. I think The Rock, when I picture like a workout and I think of The Rock, it's like, 2 steps to death. It's like
He
Like
curls.
him just lifting boulders over his head and
He curls with like 100-pound
spinning.
dumbbells at least. Just
for breakfast.
yeah.
For breakfast.
That's like a nothing day for him. Just eating that.
Now I will give it to her. The one category she probably has on him is leg strength, which is no small feat. They're the biggest muscles in your body, but
that's saying something because The Rock is like a solid dude.
Oh, he's in like
Yeah, no, you
perfect
know what?
shape.
I see the point you're trying to make, and Nia Jax is a bigger woman, but The Rock, his calves are like the size of my body.
Yeah, you're yeah.
Yeah,
He's a big dude.
he is.
Like, it's crazy to think that like he wasn't always that big. Like when you look back at like the WWE days, you're like, oh, I mean, he wasn't small, but he wasn't
Oversized.
this. Like when he came back and fought the John Cena thing, he was a monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he even got bigger.
Yep. Totally my point. And
But he doesn't work out with Nia Jax.
I picture the
So-
cardio alone that he does to be enough to make Nia Jax sick.
So even though we don't fully agree that does or doesn't count as working out with The Rock, we do give you your chop of the week.
Bada boom.
So Andy,
How you doing?
your chop of
So,
the week.
me and Shane went to a WWE live show in Madison Square Garden last night,
That we
which
did.
had a couple awesome moments.
It wasn't pre-planned.
No.
We just kind of went.
It was really a spur of the moment. It was like, hey, you want to go? And it's like, when do we have to
there.
leave? It's like 20 minutes. It's like, okay, let's do it.
Yep.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And we had really great seats.
Yep.
And there were some returns. But that's not what I'm upset about. I'm upset about Adam Rose, the party pooper.
Who pooped all over the
God,
party.
he
There was
pooped
poop
all over.
all over the walls.
He did. He pooped all over MSG. He just didn't. God, the crowd, there's no reaction. Nobody cared. Nothing. And then he just stunk up the ring. And it was R-Truth, and R-Truth is fun to watch. He does the dancing, and he's like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Whoop, there it is."
It's so depressing. I was so ready to fall in love with Adam Rose's character.
Were you though?
I wanted to be. Like, it seemed so cool.
To be a rosebud.
Yeah, rosebud. It's like real life. What was the guy from Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Oh, Russell
Get him
Brand's
to
character.
the Greek. Yeah.
Oh.
Aldous something.
Aldous Snow.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a real life like that, but wrestling character. And like every time I say that, I go, "How are you supposed to mix the two?" And this is the result of trying to mix the two.
You know what it is? it's this new like PG era thing. If this was the Attitude Era, people would have cared much more about Adam Rose because
You
he would
think
have.
so? I feel like it would be the reverse.
He would have groupies. He would have much. He would be like the Godfather.
Yeah.
Nobody.
I was
No,
gonna
he
say
would be
the
like Dude
Godfather.
Love.
Yeah.
He would be like Dude Love.
It would be
Yeah.
like Dude Love, but in shape.
Right. Gotcha.
And that, you know what, people like that. And they're late 90s or 2000s.
So are we saying that Adam Rose's current character is like Aldous Snow's African child?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Adam Rose is in his African child days. Where are you? I'm going to kill you. Smiley face. Adam Rose.
Oh, Puff Daddy. So yeah, that's definitely chop worthy. I was present, and anybody who was at the Garden would definitely agree with you that Adam Rose stunk up the joint. My chop of the week, I'm gonna keep with the show that we attended at the Garden because, well, the Big Show made his return, and nobody gave a shit. Nobody gave a shit. The more upsetting part to somebody who's a big Mark Henry fan was that Mark Henry was fed to the Big Show to make his return. Big Show is kind of made to be the big deal. He wins the match, knocks out Mark Henry, and all I can think in a moment like that with Mark Henry only having months left to his contract is put Henry over. Like,
Yeah.
He's better than Big Show. He's more likable than Big Show. He can do more than the Big Show. And why is he losing to the Big Show in the middle of the Garden? So my chop of the week is just going to Big Show showing up and returning. And surprise, listeners, he'll probably be on Monday Night Raw now. And he's back to stay.
Damn it.
And we have more Big Show.
Oh, and he's going to go right after Roman, too.
I'm sure he will.
He's
He's
gonna
probably going to
right
be that.
after
Yeah.
him.
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh, you know what? All of this negativity does awful things to my cholesterol. So let's get happy. Man, it's like getting shot in the eardrum.
Nothing makes you happier
Every time.
than your ears bleeding.
Mm-hmm. That's a real pop.
Yep.
Ooh.
Your ears have popped, and now it's time for the pop of the week. Andrew, pop of the week.
Fight Owens Fight, the true breakout star of the year. That made his point known when Neville won breakout star of the year. No disrespect to Neville. None. Owens is the breakout star of the year. And he's right in everything that he said. He's the one that beat John Cena in his very first match. John Cena. Nothing beats John Cena. Nothing. Human, animal, disease,
Disease.
deformity, like that thing that was in his arm.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
Doctor just cut that right
Abscess
out.
of
Cena
fluid,
went and
yeah, that was
grabbed
crazy.
an orange juice right after. Kept it moving.
He almost killed Daniel Bryan before that.
well,
Bastard.
So wait a minute. What's your pop of the week? If you're upset that Owens didn't win the award, your pop is that Owens
Just
sounded
Owens.
off about
yes,
it?
yes,
Okay.
exactly. That I was going into that one SLAMMY saying to myself, it's going to be Kevin Owens, and it shouldn't really be a close.
Really
second.
should have been.
Yeah.
Owens was the breakout star. of
I'm very
2015.
glad that they played that into the award. Very glad about it, even though it was just a one-time thing that we'll never hear from again.
Yeah. So,
On that, note.
my pop actually just goes to the WWE. The Slammies for what it was. It's a pretty good show. SmackDown, little different than what we're used to, and I gotta say, it was a lot more interesting. A lot more, as most people have been saying, more NXT-ish, which is nice. It didn't feel like a replay of Raw, but with blue instead of red, which was nice.
Gotcha.
It was, I don't know.
It was a full WWE week with Raw on Monday. Tuesday night was a live SmackDown. Wednesday was the tribute to the troops.
Oh my God, that's actually my pop. I'm sorry, I completely
Uh-oh.
forgot about that.
What's your pop of the week? Yeah, where was the tribute to the troops in Andy's America
Yeah.
this week?
Oh my God, I completely.
Do you want to replay the music? I think everybody would be totally fine with rehearing that music. With
Jack Swagger finally got his win over Rusev. This is the greatest. This is it. This is the biggest moment of his life. In my
So
opinion.
did Ryback at the Garden show that
Yeah.
we went to last night. Just beat him clean. Ryback pins Rusev after Shell Shock.
Didn't Swagger win a Money in the Bank match?
Yeah,
Well,
that was like years ago.
That was how crazy is that though? That does kind of still feel like yesterday, but that's 5 years ago. We're talking half a decade ago. Jack Swagger got his push,
and I still remember him winning Elimination Chamber on the road to WrestleMania 29.
Right, and that's true too. Like he had a world
Alberto.
title match at WrestleMania 29, and that was only 2 years ago. But yeah, that whole Money in the Bank thing was.
Yeah, but Jack Swagger,
history.
He did it. He beat him.
Yep.
America.
Yeah.
Everyone.
That's it. That's what that was. I forgot about that.
Please take your right arms, place them over your hearts, and repeat after me.
We
the people.
Beautiful. All right. My pop of the week. So officially, your pop of the week has changed to Jack Swagger.
Yeah, I completely forgot. That was it. I just had forgotten about it, and I was just like, it's been a really great week. No, that's it. That takes the cake. That's magic.
I'm going to be a little bit selfish with my pop of the week because people won't really know what I'm talking about. Actually, I take that back because the picture for the podcast this week will be the photo from our seats. So it will kind of make sense because my pop of the week is going to be the seats that we randomly got last minute at Madison Square Garden. I cannot praise these seats enough. I don't know. Even if you've been to the Garden, you might not be aware because even though I've only been there once before, they're up in the nosebleed, but it's this section of bar stool seating that you're completely by yourself. It's literally one row because it's bar stools, and you have a countertop in front of you to place your food and sit and chill, and right behind you is the concession stand. So, like, you don't have to really leave your seat. You don't have to wait in a line. You have to take 2 steps behind you just to get a beer. Like, it was heavenly. And you can see from the photo you're probably looking at right now that we devoured nachos. And that's the view from our seat. And it's pretty fantastic. I was going to make my pop of the week the steel cage match at the Slammys between Sheamus and Ambrose, but last night was a pleasant surprise. And with that, we end the show, and I will see you next week in the year 2000.
2016. OMNG. Thank you guys for listening.
Have a great night.
Catch you next time.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, snappy snap.
Just like the Big Show, we're making a comeback.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah.
We are not over. False finish. We have nothing to
0.
talk about. So we could have just ended the show and have a 30-minute show and be short for once and probably have more listeners. But we decided not to because it is the end of 2015. Next week, we will do our top 10s of the top 10 companies in wrestling, which equates to 100 matches, which is crazy. But that will be our best matches of the year. We will do the year in review. We will give a chop of the year, a pop of the year. But since we have nothing to talk about and the year's over and we're saving all that for next week, we are going to go out on a limb and make some bold predictions for 2016.
Yeah, huh?
No rules. No limits. We are just picking random shit. Anything you want. It could be where a company goes. It could be where a particular wrestler goes. Anything you see when you look into your crystal ball for 2016. What do you think?
Okay.
So, okay, if we all pick like 3 things each.
You want to do like all 3, like one of us does 3 or one of us does 1 and just keep going around?
I'm going to say you make that decision because I'm going to pass it to you right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Andrew's bold prediction for 2016. Listen up.
Yeah.
Boom.
So I think if there's 3, we should do 1 and then just go around and we could talk about it. My first one and my favorite one that I've been thinking of for a while now, there is a guy currently wrestling for ROH that will be debuting at WrestleMania 32.
Wait, currently wrestling for... Oh, so this is your prediction that he will be signed and wrestling for wrestling... Dude, that's like 3 months. How the hell would... So this is a very bold prediction.
I think that they're going to... It's the biggest wrestling event in history. They've already had such great success with the great indie guys coming into NXT, and we're going to see over the next 3 months those NXT guys come up and be ready for WrestleMania. I understand what you're saying. That's not nearly long enough time. That's what makes it so bold.
Okay. Who are we talking about here?
I don't want to get like stupid and say names though, because I don't know.
Oh, so there is
Well,
no prediction. You're just saying Ring of Honor guys will end up in the company in
I'm
3
saying
months.
there's at least one that's going to make a huge splash.
Pick
and
one. You got to go out on a limb here. That's the point. That's just like saying good guys will have good futures.
No. All right.
Sorry, that was. I don't know what that was.
Well, it's one of either two guys, and we talked about one of them earlier, Adam Cole.
Okay, Adam Cole.
I think that would make a lot of sense for everybody involved. But
he definitely should be in NXT at this point.
one of the reasons why I didn't want to say any names is because I don't know what these guys think of WWE. Like, I don't know if they even want to do it. I don't know if it's in their plans, something
Right,
like
and
that.
Ring of Honor is trying to lock down a lot of guys right now, so it's probably difficult right now for those guys to make that sort of transition.
And the other guy is the now best living wrestler to not
Your
have
boy,
ever
I figured.
wrestled in the WWE ring.
Well, he has.
Yeah.
But it was like a tryout match on Heat back in 2000.
Oh, God.
But your boy.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
AJ Styles. So is that all of your predictions? Is
No,
that it?
no,
That's,
the-
No, that's one.
So
That
that's
is
one.
one
That was
prediction.
one. And now
All right.
I'm gonna pass it around.
Oh, you're gonna pass
Okay.
it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was going to say passing it around gives us more time to think.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want to go, Andy?
I've
You
got one.
Okay, I want to hear this.
I've got
All
one.
right.
Okay.
What is it?
All right. I have one for 3 different belts, and I'm going to start with the big one, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt. My prediction is Brock Lesnar is going to win the Royal Rumble, and then he's going to lose cleanly in the center of the ring in Dallas.
To anybody in particular? Roman?
Roman
Okay. All right.
So it's gonna be the same main event from last year's.
and Seth Rollins.
You know what? I've just had a moment to digest that. That's very good. I think you're on the money.
I think
You
that would
are
be
spot on.
super duper.
I think
Just great.
Yeah.
You-
That's
you
Because he's
set
been
up-
unstoppable, and he's had all these, like, you know, it's a triple threat. So, like, the other guy beats, like, John Cena, or they beat, like, Roman Reigns. So it's no one's beaten Brock Lesnar since Triple H forever ago.
and Brock is paying it forward the
Yeah.
same way that Taker did to let him beat the streak. So it's
Mhm.
like, and you know, even once Brock finally does give that honor to somebody, like Brock is still going to be a monster.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody who's terrifying. It's just waiting for that perfect moment to
Mhm.
give to somebody, you know?
Mhm.
And very, very good prediction. You were probably right on about that.
Yeah.
I hope. I really hope. That'll be
Um,
super.
My first prediction, I'm going to go with. Okay, my first one, I'm gonna use. I've already told you guys about, and I don't know how bold it is, but there have already been rumors that Roman Reigns and John Cena are going to have a main event match in 2016. So I'm not really going out on a limb by making that prediction.
Yeah, I wouldn't
And
think
people could probably see it coming with Roman Reigns, you know, entering the main event scene and being champion. Although there are no promises. I believe that the John Cena and Roman Reigns feud of 2016 will coincide with the release of Batman vs. Superman. I think WWE always takes advantage of moments like that in pop culture to attach themselves to, you know, get more eyeballs on their product, gain more attention. I think that's exactly what they're going to do, at least timing-wise, with the Cena-Reigns feud.
I don't think that's too bold, though. I think it makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, people kind of see the Cena-Reigns match coming from a mile away, but I'm going to make the prediction that it happens the month of that release.
Who wins?
I'm going to say Reigns, just because that's the whole point is, you know, same thing we were just saying about Brock of passing the torch, you
Mhm.
know. Cena would definitely do the honor for Reigns for something like that. And Cena doesn't need to beat Reigns, you know. That's going backwards. So, yeah, that's prediction 1. All right, so that's first predictions out of the way. Andrew, prediction number 2
All
for
right.
2016.
This is also something that I am hoping comes true a lot quicker than a lot sooner than later. Within the next year, next 12 months, Eva Marie will not have a job with WWE. And it seems so impossible because of, like...
I know, I do disagree with that one. I think they love her too much, but I see what you're saying. I think she should be, but...
I think there is such potential for the air to just be completely taken out of her sails at Full Sail. Well,
See what you did there.
Yeah, that was a good one. I didn't get any symbols or anything.
So Eva Marie
We
on
used
the
to have a symbol
unemployment
sound
list.
effect, and now it is gone. Do I? No, it's gone.
You didn't like that prediction though, Andy? Are you a fan?
Andy is kind of the Eva Marie supporter of the show.
It's really funny you say that. Because my second prediction happens to do with the Divas title and the women's title. Within the next year, I think Eva Marie will be your NXT champion. Huh?
What if both come true?
You know, she could become champion and then be fired. I mean,
If she
You
fails
know.
bad enough.
yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, that's what I think has the potential to happen.
That could happen. And also, I think Ronda Rousey is going to join the WWE.
Hey, that's
She
your third prediction. You just
Well, that's-
skipped ahead.
That's
cheating.
It's my double diva.
2.5.
I'm double dipping in the double diva.
Double dipping.
I'm double
You're
dipping in the divas.
dipping.
Even though
Yeah.
she can't chew an apple right now. You know. 'Cause she
It's
got knocked
okay. They
out
don't
so
have to
bad.
punch her in the face. She could do like judo throws and stuff, and like just work the ground game, and just mess people up.
On Eva Marie.
Yeah, you know what?
That would be
Imagine
fantastic
that,
to see.
like Eva Marie.
Rousey Marie.
And Marie's champion. It's like, who's gonna stop me? It's all red everything, baby. I don't know what
Think
music Ronda
about
would
that
come at.
pop.
Ronda
Holy
comes out.
crap.
People
Don't even do it at
lose their
Full
mind.
Sail. Like, wait till you have an NXT event like Dallas or something. Not actually Dallas, but I mean like an
An
event like
Eva
that
Marie
in front of
Open Challenge.
5,000 people, giving her the white heat that she gets
Yes.
with people just wanting to kill Eva Marie over how much they hate her. And then, boom, of all people to come out, Ronda Rousey, people would lose their freaking minds.
The only
Couldn't
thing
agree
that I
more.
hope happens is that it goes dark, and then you just hear Vegeta scream, "It's over 9,000!" And then some sort of music hits, and
Oh,
then
no.
Spotlight Ronda Rousey.
The Joan Jett song.
Oh, Reputation? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
We're doing a lot of singing on
And then
this show.
just Spotlight, like the hood, it's like, who is this? Ronda Rousey! Oh my god!
It's over now.
And then after
Oh, wow.
I was just gonna say, after all the screaming, you get Byron. Oh wow, Ronda Rousey.
former UFC champion.
And then she just beats Eva Marie to death.
Literally.
And that's it. And then
That sounds like a really good episode of Celebrity Deathmatch, which is coming back, by the way,
Is
in
it?
2016. That's not even a bold prediction. That is happening. The episodes are done, from what I heard. It will be airing again, and I cannot wait. I need
Wonderful.
more Celebrity Deathmatch. Good prediction.
so
though.
that's my second prediction.
And third.
No, that's I'll
Two
get that
A
one.
and 2B.
Okay, my next prediction is rather soon. So it might not be as bold because it's kind of for the month of January, or I should say as soon as the month of January, but it is 2016, so it qualifies. John Cena is returning on Monday Night Raw this week, which he already kind of did at the Garden last night, but he has a U.S. title match against Alberto Del Rio.
Mm-hmm.
My bold prediction is that he will beat Del Rio, which is 2015, and then starting 2016, we will get the return of the Open U.S. Challenge. John Cena will win the title this week and bring it back for 2016.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
It would be cool if he did it on SmackDown now, though, because I know they're
Right,
trying
to
to push
give-
SmackDown a little more.
That would help probably.
I would never do that. It's a
Yeah.
lost cause.
Actually, no. You know what? That could have legs just because SmackDown is going to be on USA starting 2016, and they need to make SmackDown more powerful. Gain more attention. So, okay, yep. Prediction 2 is the return of the U.S. Open Challenge as soon as like 7 days. So, Andrew, final prediction. Number 3 of
The
2016.
very last thing that I boldly predict will happen within the next year may not have anything to do with WWE at all. It is out of pure hope and a prayer that us here at Chops and Pops love this guy. We want to see him make it. My third bold prediction: Joey Janela gets signed by one of the major companies.
That's a fantastic prediction, and you know what? You might not be wrong because a year. You got a good while. You got 52 weeks, and at the rate he's going with the progression he's making from getting his name noticed,
he's a bad boy.
dude, he could be in NXT for sure.
He is a bad boy. He's very, very good.
Very good.
The few times that I've seen him live at the Dojo Wars, I am utterly impressed each time. He's clearly the best one that's there. And I know he doesn't just wrestle for CZW. That's why I think, and I think you explained to me, or maybe Steve did. I think I talked to Steve, asked him if he ever wrestled him, and he said yeah, and he's friends with.
Oh, really? He
a lot
has
of
been in the
people.
ring with Janela? Yeah.
Yeah, and he knows him. And Janela's got a lot of connections all over the business, as I'm sure somebody.
Oh, yeah. He pops
would.
up in almost every popular indie that, like Ring of Honor has contracted guys, but everything else from Beyond Wrestling to, CZW to, he's been popping up everywhere. There's Game Changer Wrestling, which has been around New Jersey lately. Like,
Okay.
he's everywhere.
I think that he has the potential that Chris Hero had. I think because I love him like equally.
They're very different guys,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
in size. But I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah. No, I don't mean in style or technique or size or looks or anything. I just mean that I got to see them both, and Joey Janela deserves a lot better.
I will say, I feel like we're kind of stealing when we go to Dojo Wars. We pay $5 to get a whole 5-6 matches, and just Joey Janela alone is worth the price of admission. Like, as long as he has a singles match and isn't thrown into a tag match, if you get a Joey Janela singles match, it is worth the trip.
You hear that, DJ Hyde? We're plugging you.
We are
plugging your
brown nosing like a mother.
That's Chops and Pops, DJ.
So yeah, good prediction, and I could definitely see Janela getting signed to somebody, anybody.
Yeah.
I could see him popping up in PWG soon.
Okay.
That's an indie he hasn't gone out to yet, and that's one of the next
He's still
steps.
young.
Yeah, he's still just gaining attention. So 2016 will definitely be a big year for him. Andy, final prediction.
What do you got?
I'm actually not even going to talk about the WWE for my final prediction.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to talk about the Lucha Underground.
Ooh.
My prediction is, if it has not... Have they had a 5-star rated match yet?
You mean in terms of Meltzer
Yeah.
ratings? No.
I think this is the year. I think it will be Puma versus Mysterio.
Ooh, that would be good.
Just because a good guy versus good guy match. Because I
Ricochet
imagine...
Ray
Yeah.
is a dream match people haven't seen yet.
Because I imagine they're gonna... I mean, they're probably not just gonna give the number 1 title shot back to Puma after his loss at Ultima Lucha. I know you read the spoilers, so it's I just have hope that he's gonna it's gonna be like this, like the hero's journey. He was on top for a while, and then he suffered this terrible tragedy at the hands of Mil Muertes, and now he has to scrape and drag himself back up from the depths and reclaim the throne that was rightfully his. Hero's journey and all.
It's wishful thinking.
And along the way, Rey Mysterio, he fights Rey Mysterio.
I was going to say it wasn't really a bold prediction if you just said that Lucha Underground Season 2 would be the best thing ever, and that's going to happen in 2016.
That's going to happen, too.
And
That's
it's just going to be...
That's a
greatest
certainty.
thing on earth.
That's not
Yeah.
even just a prediction. That's just going to happen. That's like, the sun's going to rise tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio is definitely something that... You don't even need the pomp and circumstance. You don't need all the lights and fancy shooting, and just that match alone in a ring is fantastic.
Their fancy shooting is terrific.
But that's what I mean, is then you throw on top of it Robert Rodriguez's filming style and the storylines of Lucha and the filming. And I would love to see a match like that. My final prediction for 2016. I'm going to say something whenever I figure out what my third prediction is. And that's why I keep talking to procrastinate until I figure out what my third prediction is.
Can I add one really quickly?
Okay, I think I have one, but again, it's like for January, and I feel like that's not ballsy enough. And I've already said this one to you guys, but the Royal Rumble will be in Orlando. My prediction is that the Rumble will feature multiple people from the NXT roster. Which might sound to some people like, duh, that's not real. But really, they haven't done that yet. As much as they've pushed NXT. I know Bo Dallas had a spot like years ago, but that was before NXT was around. Like, they haven't done that with the Rumble yet, where they've brought out like 5, maybe even like to 10 NXT people that make you feel like it's like the NXT version of the Rumble. For the fact that it's in Orlando, that makes more sense than ever. And it can be a great way for a number of guys that need to get called up for them to be introduced to the main roster. Anybody, like from Finn Balor to Samoa Joe. If I had to pick anybody in particular, I think that Enzo Amore and Big Cass will make their debut on the main roster via the Royal Rumble. Just something I've seen it. Like, I envision the 10-second countdown and 3, 2, 1, and then you hear Enzo's music and he does his whole entrance to like kill time before going to the ring. I don't know, but yeah. So to not procrastinate any further, I'm gonna say my third final prediction for 2016 is a NXT centric Royal Rumble.
Not bad. Not bad.
Acceptable.
Well, and that's the one Titus O'Neil wins the WWE Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, we can dream. We can dream. I'm telling you, I didn't say this on the air. Titus O'Neil and Stardust at the Garden last night fell flat with the crowd.
Great match.
I loved it. Like, I could watch Cody in a ring, like, with how technical he is, even if he's playing the Stardust character. Like, he's just so fantastic in a wrestling ring.
I've loved
And then
him,
Titus,
yeah.
I'm just pulling for. Like,
Did you do the...
Oh yeah, I was
times.
I was ring
That's it.
more than anybody in the Garden.
That's it. They're going to be doing
Trust.
it in Dallas when he wins the Royal Rumble.
I would just like to make a point to all of our listeners that if you don't agree with what we said, just remember,
It doesn't matter what you think.
because these are our opinions, ours.
Ah, nostalgia.
I loved it.
I missed those sound
That's
clips.
for you, Andrew.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that actually is.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh, wait.
I'm sorry to cut you. I know we already did a false finish, but this is the end of 2015.
It is.
Can we get another Machiavelli?
Oh, God, it's
We've
been
gone
so
this
long.
whole year without sound clips, and like,
Well, we had them, but then
We
everybody
started
that we
strong.
had the sound clips that we used, they all got hurt.
it's true.
It's like, oh, Tyson Kidd. It's like, oh, well, on Total Divas, they were talking about the cats. Oh, yeah, which cat? Oh, you know. That's a great one. So great.
Much better.
You know what?
Okay, now we could.
You know,
Things up.
we need something. I haven't done this in like forever, and I just.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Yeah.
Quack, quack,
Shucky
indeed.
ducky.
Quack, quack.
That'll help me get me through my Monday.
There has to be one more.
Shucky ducky.
Jesus.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten a Jesus.
We
in
gotta hit the
quite a
button.
while. It is Sunday.
it is.
Jesus!
There were 5 of them. 5!
That's the...
Oh man!
That's going to be the
Praise
reaction when Eva Marie faces Ronda Rousey.
No,
Can you imagine if Eva Marie was getting her white heat and then Zandig came out? Jesus!
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's a sound clip we need. Next week, Byron Saxton.
Oh, wow.
Sure, it's not too difficult to find that.
I'll get that. That'll happen.
All right, let's take us home.
So that's it for us here on Chops and Pumps. Like, subscribe, shoot us a comment below. We'll read them if you ever leave them. Friday. And if you want, you can send us an email at chopsandpopspodcast@gmail.com. We have a Twitter.
We do, actually, and it's at Chops and Pops. That's it.
What?
It's really simple. There's no underscoring. There's no capital letters. There's no backwards spelling. There's no weird spelling. It's all English letters. Listen, we just got our 51st follower during this podcast. I'm just saying, we're taking over. We're taking over.
It's coming. One day. Chops and Pops. Cheap Heat.
We're gonna
Neck and
hit.
neck.
We're gonna hit 52 someday.
Maybe even
And then
53.
it's world domination. 52, and then world domination.
So yeah, that's it for us here at Chops and Pops. I'm Andy.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Shane.
And we'll see you next
And
year.
we'll see you next year. Boom.